Welcome, we are into the part 2 of the video. If you have not watched part 1, you may find this difficult. Now, in this second example, we want to balance this equation. Now, remember we have two products, meaning that if you have two products, you only name one of the products. You add a variable to one of the products. So this is X, here is Y, and here is Z. If you have not watched my part 1 of the video, you may not understand what I'm saying here. Endeavor to watch it, it's on my channel. Then the next thing is, here is C, H, we have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The same thing I'm going to come here, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, right? Good. Now, here is 4 times X will give you 4X. We don't have any carbon again. This times this for hydrogen should give you 10X, right? Now for oxygen we have 2Y. Then you come to this side, 1 times Z should give you Z. For oxygen, we have oxygen here, be careful now. So this times this should give you for oxygen. For oxygen, let me do for hydrogen first. For hydrogen we have, I've done for carbon, this for hydrogen. For hydrogen we have only 2, right? We have 2, there's nothing there. Then for oxygen we have, this time this should give you 2Z plus 1, right? And the next thing I'm going to do, I have to bring them out. Then for carbon, I have 4X is equal to Z. And let me call this equation 1. I have 10X is equal to 2, equation 2. And I have 2Y is equal to 2Z plus 1, and I'll call this equation 3. Now, once this equation is here, you can see that from 2 here, that 10x is equal to 2. Therefore, dividing by 10, you have that x is equal to 1 all over 5. So I've gotten my x, right? So the next thing we are going to have to do is to get the next thing I'm solving is to get my either Y or Z. Now, look at what I want to do right now. What I want to do is, from here, from 1, remember we have 4x is equals to Z. And my x is 1 all over 5. So I'm going to put it here. You have 1 all over 5 is equals to Z. So I've gotten my Z value. Then the next thing is, let me name this equation 4 and 5. So I want to put 4 and 5 into equation 3 for me to get my Z, right? No, I've gotten Z already. For me to get my Y. So now what I'm going to do right now is this equation. We have 2Y is equals to 2Z plus 1. And then I don't know my Y, so I have 2Y is equals to 2. What's my Z? My Z is 4 all over 5 plus 1. And this will give you 8 all over 5 plus 1, right? So you have 2y, right? So the next thing is 2y. Here, LCM. We have 8 plus 5. And so you have 13 all over 5. So this is 2y. And so you want to make y such as the formula. Y is equals to 13 all over 5 divided by 2. So by turning it, using the principle of keep, change, flip. Don't worry about that. That is a mathematical aspect in algebra. Meaning that you have to keep this, you change the sign and flip this one. So what you get is 13 all over 5 times 1 all over 2. So what is our y will now be 13 divided by 10. So I've finally gotten my x value, my x, my y, and my z value. So all I have to do is just impute it into the above equation, and the answer will start flowing naturally. So let me clean this. So I have my x, my y, and my z. So let me just put it straight here. So in this place, my x is now 1 all over 5. My y is now 13 all over 10. While my z is now 4 all over 5. And the next thing I have to do right now is I want to change it from improper to proper fraction, right? So I want to eliminate every fraction from the reaction above. So you can see that if I multiply everything by 5, I will still have a fraction. So the best thing is to multiply everything by 10. So I will multiply everything by 10. So 10 comes here, you have 2, right? So this is 2 C4 H10 and it's gaseous plus when 10s come here it will cancel here plus 13 O2, right? And yes, plus if 10 comes here you have 8 CO2. 10 cancel here, you have 8 CO2 gaseous plus 10 CO in gaseous. Now if you are confused about your answer, we can do what we call check inspection to be sure. So right now, I want to check my answer to be sure. I have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. This place here, my carbon is 8. My hydrogen is 20. 10 times 2, 20. And then my oxygen is 26. That's the reactant side. Let me go to my product, CHO. So my carbon here is still 8. 1 times 8, you have 8. My oxygen here is still 20, right? 2 times 10. And my hydrogen is 20. My oxygen is, this times this will give you 16. And here, my oxygen is plus 10, which will give you 26. And so you can see that the equation is balanced, because in balancing of chemical equation, the amount of reactant must be equal to the amount of what? Product. So you can see that the equation is balanced.